Yo, what's going on, you guys? It is your man, Two Down Dan, back, hold on, with another video. And today we're going to be talking all about why I will never wheelie the Ninja 500. And to be honest, why you should never wheelie any street bike that you're riding around, especially if it's your daily motorcycle, man. Oh my God. But yeah, we need to talk about wheelies, the whole community of people who are trying to do wheelies and really just wheelies in general, and why we keep our wheels two down, which means on the cement all the time for life. Not some days, not some weeks, every month, every year, for the rest of our life. While we own our bike, we are not going to attempt to wheelie, try to wheelie. We don't even need to think about it, man. It is just way too big of a risk. Now, wheelies are super cool. Like, I love wheelies. I love wheelie culture. I'm all for it, right? But there is an absolute time and a place for everything, right? And wheelies is absolutely at the top of that list for time and a place, okay? If you are a stunt rider like Jason Britton or Sarah Lazito or all these people who are like sponsored by Kawasaki, these are professional stunt riders who have been doing this for years. And just because you go on their page and you see them doing wheelies or whatever, and you get like a little snapshot of their life, don't think that they haven't been dropping bikes from the start, crashing bikes. But guess what? They did it with the time and resources, clearly, that allowed them to become a professional. Okay? If you get a brand new motorcycle, Ninja 500 specifically, since that's what I'm riding, and you think you're gonna go out and do a clutch up and impress your friends and do a wheelie, dude, that's a lose-lose situation. What are you doing? The second you mess up, you are ruining all the potential future fun for that bike. The bike's probably trash, it's gonna get totaled, and you're probably never gonna wanna like ride it again or whatever. And guess what? Even if you do the wheelie successfully, guess what? You were just another person who's done a wheelie, and they're literally done 24/7 all the time by people who can actually do them. And they're not doing them on the street, they're doing them in lots. They're practicing. They have cages on the back to protect them from even dropping the bike at all. Like, that's how you start, dude. If you want a wheelie, that is so cool, and I'm all for that, and promote that to the max. But do it the right way, dude. Maybe even start on an electric e-moto. Go watch all of Sir Ronster's content. That dude is the absolute GOAT for so many reasons. One, because obviously his content's amazing. Two, he's super good at wheelies and he's controlled. He hardly ever crashes, and he's not trying to outdo himself. He does his little set, he pops up, he does his wheelie, and he does that. He stays in his lane, and he's not trying to do anything insane, bro. And that's why he's been able to gain massive traction and do it for so long. If you try to expedite a wheelie process, right? You don't do it when you're younger, you have no dirt bike experience, you have no e-Sur-Ron bike experience, wheelie experience, and then you buy your first motorcycle, right, or anything like that, your first gas bike, and you start trying to wheelie it, dude, you're toast. If you're like super athletic and highly advanced at like everything, maybe you'll be okay, and maybe you'll never crash, but you're probably one in like 200 million, like, it just doesn't happen, dude. Wheelies, everyone who stunt rides and stuff knows that it's not if, it's when. You gotta be prepared, you gotta have crash bars, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. So when I see people with low insurance, brand new bikes, not even, they have like the temp tags on still, and they're doing wheelies, man. Oh my God. That is the first person you wanna run the complete opposite direction of on your motorcycle. And key example of this is the homie Jacob, who has the Ninja 500, who you've seen on the channel multiple times now, was out riding in a different group just yesterday. And he said, dude, I got out with them in the group, and the second we started riding, they were doing 70 to 85 in 45 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour back roads. And he was like, I knew it was bad. And then they started popping the most atrocious wheelies. And he said, the second I saw that, I darted the other way. very safe, very smart, right? You say, okay, yeah, great. He kept his head on his shoulders, stayed away from the temptation. Even better than that, he gets texts later in the group chat from those same kids who were riding. And one of the kids who didn't have insurance and was popping horrible wheelies on the street crashed and wrecked his bike and seriously got hurt. So dude, why? What are you doing? Those kids were all in the best days of their lives. They were already in a group, they were already on motorcycles, they're in California. Dude, those three things alone, the amount of like, whatever it is, serotonin or joy or happiness that should be in your life from that alone needs to be the fulfillment. Going out and trying to pop an atrocious wheelie should not be the end-all be-all fulfillment that you're trying to get and achieve, guys. Please understand that owning a low cc motorcycle and riding it daily and having so much fun like this, safe, like, bro, I'm in a t-shirt right now. Do you think I would be doing wheelies on this highway or cutting it up with this t-shirt on? Come on, dude, use your head. No, I'm not. I would be in at least full gear. I would have at least a year of experience. I would have had stunt law experience with my bike on a cage. If I ever wanted to ever wheelie this in the future, which I don't, I would go to a lot and pay someone to put a cage on the back of this bike and learn how to wheelie so that even when I'm learning, I can't tip the bike left, right, or back. I can only go up and back down, up and back down. Because dude, that's how you learn stuff, man. I don't understand why when we get to a full-grown adult human being, we forget the fact that we still have to take learning phases with certain things that we pick up in our lives. Like, dude, as kids, we spent years in school and they were teaching us the same thing some days after days, weeks, projects, all these things. Motorcycling should be one of the biggest projects you take up, learning experiences all around the board, especially if you have no experience like myself. I rode for 3 months without even a camera or owning a camera or recording anything because I wanted to make sure I knew how the bike worked. I knew how to shift up and down. I passed the break-in period without anything like that. And then I said, hey, I think I am more than confident enough to be able to ride this bike, put a camera on, and talk to people while I do it. But I'm not wheeling. I'm not doing wheelie tutorials. I'm not doing anything crazy, man. If you get upset at the content that I post, you really are just tripping. I'm literally just riding my bike, talking about the Ninja 500, trying to help other Ninja 500 owners, etc. and stuff. I'm very safe. I'm not a wheelie guy, and I'm just really trying to overemphasize the fact that you get nothing from doing a wheelie. Even in the most like cool situations where you have, say, a 1000cc bike and you're in Texas or with all these big guys like Fast Flow and they have a camera car and everything like that, dude, even they are still wrecking. Will Kid Hill, absolutely massive head injury, huge crash very like few months ago, dude, but he's already back out doing wheelies and stuff like that. These guys are built different. They're doing this stuff on a different level. Don't watch Will Kid Hill, Jixer Bra, all these top content creators who do wheelies and think you should be anything like them or trying to replicate what they're doing. You can go ahead and try to replicate what I'm doing on any single bike in the entire country and you will have great success. My framework is so replicatable. Buy any bike, buy a camera, learn how to ride it, show other people about it, help people about what's going on with the bike, and just be educational. Don't wheelie it, don't do anything dumb, and don't wreck it so that you can ride it every day. But hey, I could rant years about wheelies and everything like that, but we are pulling into Fun Bike Center right now. Here, I'm gonna go the long way around Fun Bike Center. That's where you go for the service department. But I am here because I think my chain needs to be tightened, but honestly, I'm not really sure. I went out to it just right now before the ride, and I was like, man, this thing really doesn't feel that loose, but I've been riding it for like over 800 or 900 miles. Oh, the new R3. Oh, dude, let's take a look at that R3, because I know a lot of you guys who are watching the 500 content are liking the R3. Yeah, dude, these new R3s are looking so good. This is the new 2025 one. Actually, one of the people in the 2 Down chat is mentioning wanting to get one. So, yo, that's just another shout out. If you're not in that chat, go run onto my Instagram, subscribe, see all the exclusive content, see what we're talking about. I do tons of behind the scene content everywhere, all over the place. About to even do a bunch right here at Fun Bike Center. And if you're watching this and you want a beginner bike and you're in San Diego, dude, they're selling CF Motos right now at Fun Bike Center for $3,500. $3,500 for a CF Moto. That's pre-tax and fees and everything. Dude, that's ridiculous. It's like the same price as a Sur-Ron for a CF Moto, a street legal motorcycle. It's like the same thing that I'm riding right here, but a little bit different. So, yeah, done with the really we're at, and we are here at Fun Bike Center, chilling, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Tuesday, which is my Friday, which means I'm having a great day, trying to keep the vibes very, very high. The sun is shining, which means, I mean, how can you complain, really? And yeah, dude, the guys here at Fun Bike Center hooked me up and get me back on the road so fast. So I'm just gonna park right here real quick, put up into neutral and turn it off while I finish talking to you guys real quick, because like I said, I think the chain needs to be tightened, but let's feel it real quick and just and even check it out ourselves. But dude, yeah, I can't recommend Fun Bike Center enough for a 500. Oh yeah, see, now that I just rode it, I can tell that it definitely does need to be adjusted. So I am very glad we got over here. We're at Fun Bike Center. They're going to fix it up for me because I don't have the proper tools and stuff to do all this stuff. If I did, I would do it myself, but I have no problem coming over to Fun Bike Center and letting them do all the service for this bike, because I know it is getting done with precision, with care, and I've never had any issues, and I feel like that's going to be the case going forward. But yo, thank you guys so much for watching another 2 Down Dan video. I hope you keep your wheels on the ground for life. Please don't wheelie. It is super not safe, not smart, and you gain absolutely nothing for it. So I'll see you later in the week. Glad we were able to take a ride today and head out to Fun Bike Center. Later, guys. Subscribe in the top right and watch another 2 Down Dan video if you got time. We got a whole playlist worth of videos. Later.